Welcome to another episode, HAIRitage Sports Talk. This is where we talk about everything on the outside, everything on the inside, and everything that's in the cut. We listen to the rumors, but we're here to speak the truth and talk the facts. Antonio Tony Harvey. Good morning, my brother. How you doing this morning, Tony?
Good morning, brother Rodney. Good to see you again.
I want to welcome D Speed to the show. We got a big one today, bro.
D
Hey man,
Speed.
I'm ready for it. Top of the morning, fellas.
Mr. Elijah Lewis, our favorite Raider fan. It's good to see your face this morning. How you doing, brother?
What's up? God is good, y'all. I'm kicking it over here with me and my soccer mom starter on, so I'm ready to go with the
Let's go, man. Let's go. We got a lot to talk about today, fellas. Let's talk about the NFL draft, and I know where we're gonna go with it. We're gonna talk about Mr. Sanders. What's up? Let's go.
It gave me a little bit of the essence of that whole Kaepernick situation when it seemed like he was trying to be blackballed because of the assuredness and the boisterousness and him explaining his showmanship of what he was showing through college and even through this draft process. I felt like he was blackballed no matter what, and I feel like now you are going to see a change across the board in that league because they kind of showed their hand, and not too many people are happy about it. Not the way that it went about. But on the flip side, I do want to congratulate Deion for what he did. A lot of three boys from his program are now NFL, team members, prospects, and they have a lot of showing left in the bag. They have a lot left in the bag to show you what black excellence looks like. That's a very
Yeah.
proud moment to have two of your sons and then another person who you've groomed into adulthood and manhood to now make it to this point in their career. I think that's a good display of black excellence at its highest. I don't like the uncertainties and the unknowns of what the NFL is doing, and I've always been vocal about it. And I think now it's going to be that way. You're going to see a lot more changes and a lot more issues that caused. It kind of lifted up the rug. And so now a
Yeah.
lot of more exposure is going to be taking place, but I'm not going to let it take away from the displaying of black excellence that we did see. These young men are not only athletic and talented, they're very intelligent, and they came under a grooming umbrella with not only Deion, but a lot of NFL stars. So you're going to see that be exposed on the field because you've seen it already off the field.
Tony, how you feel about it?
Extremely disappointing. Extremely disappointed. I was quite sure that Shedeur Sanders would be taken in the first round. Uh, just kind of amazing that 5 quarterbacks went ahead of him, and I don't think they're on the same level as him as far as leadership and playing on the field. I mean, what he threw for 3,700 yards, 27 touchdowns this past season, and he only threw for 3 interceptions. Okay, he started off at a HBCU. He brought that program on. Then his dad moves over to Colorado. He takes him and Travis Hunter, who was drafted by the Jacksonville Jaguar, and then they turned their program, the Colorado program, around a lot. Now, that politics definitely played a lot into these decisions to let him drop to a number 5 like that. But I will say this, when people get into these positions, because I take it, even Michael Over said, he done lost at least about $50 million, Shedeur that is. He knows he got something to prove, and he's going to prove it. Now you're going to have to sit back and watch him take over the NFL and let everyone know who passed on him what you missing out on.
If you watched him throughout the college football season and him with his father, a lot of the things, the way that he came off, there's an unwritten rule. He came off as we know that he was very confident. He's very known. He was groomed by Tom Brady. He knows what's going on. And a lot of it happens to do with the unwritten rule about black men in corporate America. When you are confident with yourself and know what's going on here and know your job and know what's going on here, they look at that as an act of aggression. And so what I think, because of the way that he did that, is no team wanted to see that act of aggression. coming into their locker rooms. That's number one. Number two, it was the nepotism. They think that it was going to be a problem. But here's the one that I think that we've been hearing around, and maybe some lies to some truth with it. I know we only like to talk to facts here, but as African Americans, I'm going to go ahead and say this. What probably happened is a lot of people are saying that it was a situation where Deion Sanders didn't decide to take the coaching job at the Cowboys, and Jerry Jones said something and all the other owners didn't want to say anything to him. And the only other team that probably would have messed with him would have been the Green Bay Packers, because they don't use that structure, but they didn't need a quarterback. So if you think about it that way, that could be a lot of the different things that go on, but that's a shame. It's a shame that he shouldn't have to be a Joe Montana or a Derek or David Carr.
He built this young man up from day one. He shows all this confidence, and I'm agreeing with it, with what everybody says. He shows a lot of confidence. He shows that I'm the man. When I walk into the building, I'm the man. I have the ability. Do I need some work? Yes, I do need some work. Do I have it all in one package? No, I don't have it all in one package. But guess what? When I get to the highest level of this particular situation that I'm sitting in, I'm about to blow this thing up. And I know I'm about to blow it up, from my name of who my father was to who I am. And I'm here to carry a legacy. I will say, I think the NFL hated on that side of it. He's in a position now, he's with the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns do not have a quarterback, and we all know this. So therefore, now he's in the perfect position. Right now, he's not making the money that he should be making, but he's in the perfect position to put himself in to show not only the Cleveland Browns, I'm your quarterback of the future, but to show the NFL, I'm the quarterback of the future, and I will be the face of this league at some particular point, as long as I let myself grow and continue to become who I am, if he's anything like his father.
I think what Deion did is groom these men, and he had a touch on them from, of course, them being his kids since they were born. And now you are about to witness with 3 young black men who are boisterous in their talent and their abilities, they're about to do on the next level. But you're about to, the way that the industry or the NFL doesn't like the way that they presented themselves. And oh, well, I'm going to always be a supporter of black excellence, especially when you're backing it up, not only on the field, off the field. The biggest thing that you can say about these individuals is that, oh, they're too boisterous. No, all right, let's talk about their collegiate atmosphere. They still maintained a high level of grades. They still were conducting themselves on and off the field as still black members, black men in this society. Why are we punishing them by whatever standards and showing you how excellent they are and standing on business? Why? Because they're flashy about it? I'm disagreeing with the whole way the NFL went about doing it.
It's definitely a pattern. I feel like it's definitely a pattern. You see it with LeBron James and his son. And it's only happening with us, you know? So, you know, they didn't say anything when the Mannings did it at all. But at the end of the day, it's a business. They are parents looking out for their kids and their kids' futures, just as well as if you would have had a lawyer that had a law firm, you know, and his son or nephew or, you know, was up next in line. That would be his job. So I don't, we all know what the issue is pretty much, but like you said, they stand out in more than just on the field. They don't like their personality or their attitude. Oh, well, deal with it if that's how you feel. But it's a part of being an athlete.